We are live. Well, I say I am live. Kelly's just getting herself a little drink, so I thought I'd go on live because we don't want to delay it too long. How have you guys been this Tuesday? Good to see you. Richard, you are first on, as you always are. Well, I say always are. When you are on, and you're first and you're on. So how are you doing? How have things been? Now, Richard, you did message to say about Tron. So you were saying that Tron is that right? Is there a new Tron movie coming out? Now, interesting enough, when we went to Florida, they do have a Tron, not section, but or like a Tron ride. So that's what they've got there. So is this a new Tron film that's coming out? Do let us know. Put it in the comments. What else have you guys been up to? So first of all, we want to say a big thank you for all of those that did watch the afternoon tea. So as you may have seen, we uploaded a video on Sunday. It was the afternoon tea at the Ivy Asia. Now, bit of a eclectic mix on that one because we really did enjoy the food, but the portion sizes were incredibly small. I have to say they were very, very, very small portion sizes. So that was a little bit of a disappointment with the Ivy Asia. That doesn't detract from the food. So Kelly and I were having this debate: should or shouldn't the portion sizes matter? And if they do, well, they obviously do a little bit. To what element should they matter? Dwayne, how you doing? Hi, it's not the 1st of April, it's the 8th. I know, I think this is it in Kelly's speed to do it. I think we should put the wrong date in. We will correct that. Thank you though, Dwayne. How you been anyway? How are things? You good? How are things going? Richard still got to watch. It's been busy. Yeah, no. That's all right. Just to let you know as well, be interested to get your thoughts because I think we have been saying this and debating this for a while with the afternoon teas. So what proportion is the quality? What proportion is the quantity? And what proportion is the theming of it? That's the bit we were debating as well. So when you see it, you can let us know and tell us what you think. So guys, what have you been up to this weekend? What have you been doing? Have you been doing anything special? Have you been enjoying the sun? So for those of you that are in the UK, you will know that it's actually been quite sunny. So we've been enjoying the sun where we can. We are going to try and get out and do some more videos. Good, thanks. Have you been thinking of people being mods on the stream? Where's Kelly? So we tend, thank you for doing, because you mentioned this before. So we have been thinking about people on the mods. What tends to happen is because Kelly and I kind of do it dual team. One of us mods while the other one watches as well. So that's what we do. We will take you up on that offer though if we do need. So I do appreciate that. Thank you for offering. Kelly's just gone upstairs, so she'll be back down in a minute. She's just powdering her nose, but she will be back down soon. But hope you're good, Dwayne. Hope things are good. Richard said having 1.5 big pork chops, I think you meant, not pork chop, pork chops and spuds, mashed, lots of gravy. How do you do your pork, Richard, with your pork chops? Are you baking it? Are you frying it? Let us know. So, Cart, how you doing? How have things been? You okay? Thank you I was going to say you left a few comments on our afternoon TV. It'd be interesting, actually, to get your thoughts on it. What did you think? Would it be something that would interest you? Richard said, today got Slate 3 bags into a trolley. Okay, on the bus till got off. Smashed, lost a wheel, and had to drag it on the way home. What did you take on? Today got Slate 3 bags into a trolley, and you got the trolley onto the bus. Is that right? You took the trolley onto the bus. Dwayne said, I thought the UK gets rain. I never knew the UK to get sun. Well, do you know what, Dwayne? It's funny enough, from all the Aprils I know of, April's normally a really, really cold month. But actual fact, this year we've had quite a good one. The last one, and I don't know if you remember, the last April that was really, really hot was all the way back during 2020, during the pandemic. That was the last time I remember April being this good. So it is deceptive because although it's sunny, I'm looking outside, it's still quite sunny. It is cold. So I don't know if you guys got the same thing. There is quite a chilly wind that's happening. So if you've been outside, you will know it's got that little bit of a chilly thing. Cinco, oh no, I know. Good, thanks. Apart from the football, so I know you're a Southampton fan. It's a difficult one, St. Cot, because I think it was one of those things you guys kept losing and losing and losing. I thought to myself, you were running out of games. I do think, though, and your manager's resigned as well, so I do think, though, you will come, your bounce back up. You've got a nucleus of some really good, Tyler Dibley and a few other players. You do have the nucleus of a really good team. So I do think you'll bounce back. I do think you'll come back to the Premier League next year. But I know it must be painful to watch. I have a friend of mine, actually, who's a Southampton fan. He's got 4 children. And he was taking his boys to watch, and in the end, he said we were leaving at half time because we were getting battered on some games. So I do take it. I do understand. Richard said my pork chops are grilled, taste much nicer and crisp as easy way, and you can eat the fat. So yeah, you kind of like brown it off in the frying pan. Do you prefer it that way? Do you get the grilled taste and do it that way? Sorry, no, you grilled it. Sorry, you said you grill it. Do you find the taste, it crunches it up a little better? I'm off school for Easter, says Dwayne. What have you got planned? So, guys, let us know. What have you guys got planned for Easter? What are you planning on doing for your Easter break? Are you guys going away anywhere? Are you planning on doing anything? Have you got anything sorted? Or are you just going to be relaxing at home? St. Cot said, I like the Ivy Asia, just thought they were a bit stingy with the amount of food. Well, funny enough, St. Cot, that was our surmising of it. I think now this was a difficult one because it was £33.95. So we thought, when we saw it, I thought, wow, this is really cheap. And when we saw the afternoon tea, I thought that's really good value for it. But of course, when we went to roast, which is £49, so all right, it's £16 more. You got 2 of those things, the actual tea stands. But this one, you only get 1. And I think really, to be honest with you, we would have probably had to order 4 afternoon teas, if that makes sense, because you would have had 2 to make it. And so it was £82 for the 2 of us. And I just thought for a little extra, they could have just doubled it. And the portion sizes were really small. So I didn't think doubling it would have been, what's the word? I didn't think it would have been that disproportionate, considering how much you pay for it and how little. I mean, you're literally getting 1 or 2 bits of sushi. It wasn't enough, in my opinion, for the amount you need. Where are we? Dwayne said, nothing really, just enjoying the sun. Well, at least you get to do that. At least you get to do that. And you I don't know if you know, but you probably will be. You'll be able to get out there, enjoy a little bit more, and then get out and enjoy that sun. Richard said, grilling is much nicer. Plus, I like pork scratchings. Plus, healthier. So you kind of win on all 3 fronts there. You actually grill it, get rid of that fat, and also you get the lovely crunchy taste of it. So I know exactly what you mean. Well, Kelly's Amazon order, I can see, has just arrived. Sam, hello! How have you been? Sam, do tell us, how is it? How's the move going? Any further news? Have you been okay? Is everything all right? I hope that everything is going well. And again, thanks for being on the afternoon tea thing that we did on Sunday. So you did pop up and say hello. I was interested to get your take on this too, because I do know you got those things with flavour, so I wonder how your take would have been doing it. Where are we? Dwayne said, does anybody like to do word searches? Now, when you just say word searches, do you have is it actual the crosswords you like to do, or is it the word searches where you actually put a ring around the word, where it could be either diagonally, across, backwards, upwards? Is that what you mean? Kelly likes doing those ones. You can get, and I forget what it was called, but you can do ones where you download them. So you actually download the actual word search, and then you can actually do the ring around the actual numbers as well. So not my numbers, sorry, the words themselves. So if it says, like, I don't know, bottle, it could be backwards, upwards, diagonally. Is that the one you're meaning? Sam said, I'm okay, thank you. The kids are staying at their new place for the weekend, but back at Nana's for the week. Do you know what? The way that's set up probably works quite well for you, because you've got your space, but at the same time, you get to see them regularly. Oh, that's really nice. Have they been in it already and stayed there? Or is this their first weekend they're spending there? let me know, because that'd be really nice actually to say that. But it's so nice when you settle into somewhere new, because you can always, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's fresh, it's new. It's going to take a while for them to settle in, but I think that's really nice. They got their little place to stay, and it's a place that they're of their own. Richard said Minecraft is popular. 350 million already plus. There's complaints, people shouting in the cinema. Right, you're talking about the new Minecraft movie, aren't you? So if anybody's not familiar, so the Minecraft, the game, they have made it into a movie. And I think in it is Jack Black. What's the guy that played Aquaman in the movie? That's going to annoy me now. I've forgotten his name. It will come to me. That guy as well. So there's quite a few. And obviously they deliberately done it so it's going to be around Easter, so young people and children can watch it. So I've got to be honest, I do want to catch up with it. I do want to watch it. It did look a bit of fun. As a former Minecrafter, and I haven't played it for a long, long time, but it's such a good game. So I'd be interested to see how they've made that into a movie. I know Jack Black will be good in it. But have you seen it yet? Are you going to watch it? Anybody else? Are they going to? I like to put the ring around the word. Yeah, that's the one. I know the one. Yes. Do you ever download any of the apps, Dwayne? So there are loads and loads of different apps. Do you ever download the apps and then do it that way? Because those ones as well. I know you get the ones in the books, but there's lots and lots you can download for free. Take a look. Check it out. You might like those. Hey, everyone, said Sam. Hi, Sam, you okay? Everyone said Dwayne. Sam said they came back on Monday. Zachary slept in his own bedroom and his own bed night. He loves it. Oh, bless him. Do you still do the because I remember you saying actually you used to set up a little mini tent in the living room and then you used to camp with the two of you together. I think that's really, really sweet. And I think also he'll always have a special place where you are. So he'll always end up coming back to you. I think that's really nice that he does that and you get to spend more time with him. Dwayne said, on one of the streams, you guys should maybe do a Kahoot. Well, we could do something like that. Or like, you mean like an actual live like quiz? We have done a quiz on the live, but not for a long time. We did one with you, actually. Do you remember? We did the Taylor Swift concert, though. Quiz with you not so long ago, but I think we could do a Kahoot. We could do like that as well. So a little like quiz on something. Would that be interest to anybody? Let us know. Put it in the comments. Would a quiz be something we tend to do? Like I say, so today we had a bit of a palaver. So what we were hoping to do, we were hoping to actually do a little review on Starbucks, but by the time Kelly got home, Starbucks had actually shut, so we didn't get around. As we were doing the order, they closed, so we weren't able to get anything in. So unfortunately we haven't got anything to review apart from, now we did, you guys may have seen it on our MK Vacays, they had the wicked thing when we were out in the States, and we did get this, which is green apple and strawberry popcorn. So we did want to try this. I only just found it the other day, so we will give that a little try, but unfortunately, sorry guys, we weren't able to do a little a coffee review this time around, so we will look to do that either next week or indeed we have got the Easter egg review we're going to do, as we always do around Easter. So we've got a couple of Easter eggs, but we probably need to buy a couple more just to try. So do let us know if there's a quiz or something you'd like us to do, and we will do it. Richard said McDonald's have ranked high in Minecraft food. Yeah, got these him yet. So McDonald's are the sponsor, aren't they, for Minecraft food? So they are bringing out. I have noticed that on the TV. They have advertised quite a few times for McDonald's food. So that is on there. Have you tried the new McDonald's stuff? We could actually try that actually on the live. Ah, hello.
Hello.
Tia, how are you doing? How are you? How are things? You're all right? Good to see you. What have you been up to? Dwayne said, yes, I do remember. I'm going to see Taylor Swift tribute on the 3rd of October. Yeah, that was right. That's when you saw it. So we did the quiz for you. Do you remember? Richard said, food quiz would be fun, especially on places you go. So they were. So just as you think, got yourself a little snack.
I did. I'm very upset right now. Let's not go into it.
Yeah, because so basically, it's partly my fault. When we were ordering, I was looking at the menu, and Starbucks shut when I was looking at it. I didn't realise they were shutting as big as they were. So Kelly wanted their Starbucks. So, well, we can do one on Friday. You can have one on Friday. But yeah, we could do a food quiz if that interests people, if you guys are up for a food quiz. Sam said, Zachary has a big bedroom slide. Oh, bless him. With a little platform at the top, and he likes to look at it from his bedroom. He has his food truck tent in their front room. Oh, that's really good, though. You've got all that set up for him.
Yeah.
Sam says his bedroom window has a nice view and they live right next to the river and the park. Oh, see, no, it worked out for the best. Do you remember that place that fell through? Now they wouldn't have had this place. So these things do for a reason. You're a big believer in the universe, aren't you? And it's giving you good karma. So I think that is definitely so. Dwayne says hello, Kelly.
Hello. All right. So, some people went to Vegas, and they bought this delicious snack from Vegas, and yeah.
What is it? What is the delicious snack? Oh, thank you.
Try some.
Almond rock.
Almond rocker.
That's really good.
I said to Mark, "Do you want to try some?" He ate the whole thing.
I thought that was my half.
No, that was not your half. I didn't even take a half.
It was very good, though, I have to say. Sorry, I thought you were handing me the half.
No.
Anyway, before I get into more trouble, let us try the green apple strawberry popcorn. So this is one that from the Wicked store. This is as I say, green apple and strawberry. So when we bought this out, now this is a bit old because we did buy it in November. Here we go. Richard said, I went to say, got to see the film. You have gone to see Minecraft, is that right? I finally tried fish fingers and custard, Doctor
Who? Yeah. Matt Smith.
Just to know, it's bleh.
Yeah, obviously.
Fish fingers and custard. What made you thought it'd be good?
Nobody would want to eat fish fingers and custard.
Right, here we go.
I'm going to try the green one first.
Right, let's try. Oh, you're doing the green one. All right, let me do the green one.
What's it meant to taste of? Oh, green apple.
Green apple.
It doesn't taste of green apple. But I think that's because the strawberry is overpowering them.
No, it does. A little bit.
The strawberry tastes of strawberry, but the strawberry is overpowering the green apple.
Has anybody else watched the scene from Doctor Who where he has the fish fingers and custard?
Yes, it's the first episode with Matt Smith.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I actually like that. That apple's all right, you know. Now, I don't know if they're going to select here in the UK. Probably not, because the film's gone now. But they are bringing out this part 2, aren't they? All right. Try the pink.
I don't rate these. I've got to be honest.
I like them. No, actually, you're right.
They don't taste. They don't taste how they're supposed to taste.
I think two things. One, we have to be fair. We have had them in the thing for a long, long time.
Yeah, since November.
Now,
they don't taste of.
Where we have to be careful is that's not very good for you at all.
No, but also it doesn't go off until July.
Right.
30th of July 2025. So
it does contain something called Red 40. Now, Red 40 isn't good for you at all. This is probably why you definitely will not see it in this country, because Red 40 is banned in the UK. And it does have quite a synthetic taste. But I do actually like the taste, I have to say. So it's green apple and strawberry.
Like I said, I don't really rate them. But they're in date.
Yeah.
Like I said, 30th of July 2025. Regardless of whether we bought it in November. No.
So that's no, I'm afraid.
Sorry.
No, fair enough. The review is the review. Right, where were we? Sam said their new neighbour have them tents and camping stuff, and the local charity shop gave them a bed and curtains. Oh, that's really nice.
That's nice.
And sofa and chairs, which was very kind. Also, a few pieces of furniture. That's
Mm,
really nice.
that's
It's
really,
so
really
nice
nice.
to have neighbours that are like that. That will also like be
Yeah.
really nice and caring. You never know what's going to happen when things like that happen. So that's really, really nice that they happen. Tia said, "Oh, Richard, I remember the scene." Richard said, "Mashed potatoes and custard are nice, like a lumpy custard texture." Mashed potato and custard.
No. Well,
Mashed potato and custard.
you know, you like what you like.
Has anybody else got some weird combo that they like to have or don't like to have? Touche, how you doing?
Hey, Touche, hope you're well.
How you been? Hi, Touche. Richard said, "I had popcorn flavors, coal and cream, apple and lime, chocolate and cake." Oh my God, that was so nice. Only on the Isle of Wight, Sandown Pier is so epic. So coal and cream. Do you mean cookies and cream?
Or cola and cream?
I think you meant cola. Yeah, I think Kelly's right. I think you meant cola and cream. Apple and lime, chocolate cake, and oh my God, that was so nice. Which was your favourite that you had?
I think the cake one that you just said.
Emoji Sam's here with a love. Sam said, "Hello, Richard." Evelyn, hello.
Hey.
How you doing? Hello, Evelyn. So, Touche, Evelyn, how you been? We just guys were coming on then, so we didn't get to see you. What have you been up to? Let us know. Bung it in the comments. Tell us what you've been doing. Sam said, "I love a bacon and marmalade sandwich. Not really weird, but it is delicious." Evelyn has said, "Mango chili or salt and pineapple is yummy."
So a lot of people from Mauritius and Africa, Mauritius is very near parts of Africa and stuff like that, will have salt on their fruit or tamarind on their fruit, and or put salt in Fanta. I would just like to say I'm not one of those people. I don't like salt or chili on my fruit, but a lot of people from hot countries will put chili and stuff on their fruit.
Yeah, it's
an acquired taste, and I have not acquired it.
When we went to Mauritius, I was going to say loads of people put salt on fruit. Now, that for me, no. Your aunt puts salt in her Fanta.
Yeah, and my mum.
Oh, your mum does?
Yeah, not Fanta here though, because the Fanta here does not taste like the Fanta in Mauritius. So the Fanta in Mauritius is very different. Yeah, they will put salt in their Fanta.
Where are we? Touche, being treated for a sinus infection. So resting on a course of antibiotics. Oh no.
I hope it clears it up, Touche. Honestly, there's nothing worse than like not feeling 100%.
Evelyn said, "Hi Touche, just relaxing." Richard said, "No, it's coal and cream. I meant real coal. It's a thing. I always have coal and cream bun from Chinatown." When you say coal, do you mean charcoal? Is that what you mean? Because charcoal is definitely a thing, right?
Yeah.
Charcoal is a thing. I'm not sure you mean coal, though. I've never seen coal added to anything. I think you mean charcoal. Well, obviously, it's different because coal is actually, obviously, a rock from the ground. Charcoal being burnt wood. So I think that... Do you mean that? Because I've never heard of coal and cream. You mean in charcoal? Tia said chili on pineapple is very popular in Uganda. Even said tangy fruits are delicious with salt and chili. I know you guys like it. Now Evelyn will know that because obviously
Evelyn will know if
from Uganda,
because she's from Uganda.
Yeah, Evelyn is indeed from Uganda, so she will know about the that as well. But in Mauritius, it's the same, isn't it? When you have the salt and the chili on that.
Yeah, like Evelyn really enjoyed everything because it's very similar to where she's from. So for her, it was fine, and she likes jackfruit and all of that type of stuff. I'm just like,
amazing. Evelyn is here, says Richard, with a little bit of a celebration. So, shall I mention about what we filmed this weekend? So this weekend, now I know, or actually before I do, I want to mention Touche said the pain last Saturday was unbearable. Oh, Touche, the pain went from my head into my neck, back into my head, and behind my eyes. Had to ring 111. It sounds like you'll get intense migraines.
Sinusitis, it sounds like.
Oh yeah, it could be sinusitis. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Hi all, said he. Hey. Yeah, Tush. I think definitely. I think you need to.
She's got her course of antibiotics.
Yeah,
hopefully that will get cleared up.
Because I know people that get really intense migraines. It's not great.
I had chronic headaches followed by sinusitis. Or was it the reverse? Sinusitis, then had chronic. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, it was horrible.
Where are we? Richard said I meant charcoal. My ups. Yeah, no, I thought you meant charcoal. Anyway, sorry. So back to what I was saying. So this weekend just gone, which will be coming up this Sunday.
Well, did you want to talk about the video you just put up?
Oh, I did when you were upstairs.
Oh, okay.
But we can carry on with that.
No.
So yeah. So we will go back to the Ivy Asia. Yeah, so we went to Dishoom and we went for breakfast. And as you guys know, one of our series that we are doing is the breakfast series. So Dishoom do breakfast. They also do lunch and dinner. But we've been for a long time.
Yeah, we went for lunch a long time ago. We will go again for lunch.
Yeah, I think we will need to just try it. But we went for breakfast. So very nice it was too. I made an absolute pig of myself, which you will see in the video. I did eat a lot of food. So I did order quite a lot. Now, the bill came to over 60 quid. Now, people said, what for breakfast? Now, I'm disguising it as the fact that I wanted to try a variety of stuff for the video. It's not. It's just because I was a pig and I wanted to try. But the food was really good. So we did get to sample a range of stuff.
Yes.
Which you'll get to see on the video when I finished editing it. So for those of you that are based in London, there are Dishooms all over the place. I don't think they're nationally yet, but I may be wrong. So if anybody has seen a Dishoom in their area and you're outside London, do let us know because I stand corrected. But did enjoy it, thoroughly enjoyed. Popcorn makes you pop. Or do you mean poop? This one probably will do with its... because it has been there a while. But anyway, we'll say that. Right, so... let's quickly talk about the Ivy Asia. What did you think?
I thought the food at the Ivy Asia was good. I mean, the food at the Ivy Asia in general is good. However, the portion size or the portion for an afternoon tea, I did not think was worth it. I just felt that, like Mark said, it was like starters. Really, that you would order, or like a few bits of dim sum. But when you order dim sum, obviously you would order a lot because it's dim sum. But I've got to say those desserts were the star of the show. Normally, in an afternoon tea, you will, like I've always said, you will get like savouries or the sweets that are good. I have to say both of them were good, but the sweets were far better outweigh, because I didn't feel much of the veggie bun. I thought that the bun to veg ratio was not on point. And to be fair, that while the dumplings were good, I've had better dumplings. I went to a place, I don't know if any of you have heard about it, but it's called Yeye in Liverpool Street, and they do dumplings. They also do soup, noodle dishes and stuff like that, but the dumplings there are amazing. If you are ever in Liverpool Street, it's down like a side road, so if you know where Dirty Dick's is, which is on the corner, it's a pub. It's to the left of that, almost on your way to Spitalfield Market, but not quite. You just go past it. There's always a queue there, and the queue is at least 20 to 30 minutes long. And it's a rickety old place, but I've got to say the food was on point. It was delicious. I'd definitely go there again.
So what was it? So Tu said yes, it is sinusitis, is what the pharmacist said I had. Right. So you're on the course about antibiotics. Tush, that will really help you as well.
Because I had sinusitis.
Yes,
and
you
then
did.
It was followed by chronic headaches after I had the sinusitis.
Do you know what? Tia's absolutely right. A lot of places now, Tia says, are so expensive and you're just paying for the experience.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what? It's funny you should say that as well. I've said this before, and this is what I'm noticing now. So what Kenny and I tend to do is we try and book in advance, so we know where we're going to go, and we try and get the earliest booking because we always find there's less people in the restaurant if we get the first bookings, because we're always conscious as well that we're disturbing people. So when we were in Dishoom, we were crammed in. There was people about half a meter to our left and to our right.
And what I felt with Dishoom is that when people and this is the thing, when you start filming, people feel that they can't talk.
Yeah. Not
so
always.
They're quiet and they're looking at you, and they're always suspicious about what you're filming, what you're doing, and it can be difficult sometimes. And I don't want people to feel a certain type of way. I rather just get there early, do what we need to do, but the servers didn't have to sit us where we were.
No, they. Well, did you find that? So we walked in. There was a massive empty restaurant. There was a tiny cluster of people, and they put us right in this cluster. I thought,
right in the middle of a cluster of people, and obviously the people to our right weren't that worried, or they just continued whatever. But the people on the left, on my left, you're right, were just sort of like, they didn't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And so they didn't feel comfortable enough to sort of like eat their meal properly and do what they wanted to do properly, and all of that. And then another couple came, so they left, and then another couple came, and they were fine. They were just chit-chatting. They were just talking in the background and stuff like that. And then after, when we were finished, they just started asking us some questions, and about the camera that we were using and all of that. But what was interesting was that because it's in King's Cross, everybody had their suitcases.
Oh,
Obviously, they were going to take the Eurostar somewhere or take a train somewhere, because that's the main hub. You have King's Cross and you have King's Cross St Pancras. And like King's Cross St Pancras is where the Eurostar is. But you can also travel to Newcastle and all of those places. And so like loads of people had their suitcases with them. But what was good was there was a staircase, and they kept the suitcases under the staircase. It was that was quite interesting. But it's amazing how much people just want to stare or are very suspicious about what you're doing. And it, in this day of where people have lots of camera and filming things and stuff like that, it's really interesting how people still react to it. I reckon in probably 10, 20 years time, it won't be a thing anymore. I think it will just be normal. Everybody, we'll be filming something. Yeah.
What was I going to say? So, but going back to Tia's original point, you're absolutely right. I do think a lot of places are expensive for expensive sex. So, as I said, Kelly and I, what we tend to do is we like to book in advance before we go to a restaurant. Now, what I have noticed when we book, and it does shock me each and every time. So, before I would just leave my name, number, and that's it, and that's booked. Now, what I'm noticing is that I have to leave my name, number, and my debit card. And when you read the small print, and there's a lot of places that are doing this, it's saying you leave, you agree that you're leaving basically anything between I've seen 30 to 50 pounds deposit per person.
Yeah.
Per person. So I think one of the last ones we did was a £30 deposit per person. If I don't show up, and I believe this was roast, I'll stand corrected, we lose £30 per person. So that £60 would come out of my account, even I don't even set foot in the restaurant. So 60, and that's a lot of money to lose for nothing.
A lot of people, a lot of places is 24 hours or 48 hours.
48 hours notice a lot of them,
either 24 or 48. That's one of the two. It's rare that I see 72. I have seen it before, but it's rare. But it's normally 48 or 24 hours.
But the thing is, if I'm not, I don't know about you guys, but if it's very rare that I will not go to a restaurant that I booked. I just wouldn't do it. If I've said I'm going to go, I'm going to come. The only time I'm not going to come is if I'm not well. But I won't know that until the day. So this is why I never, ever, ever like booking with my credit card because it's a roulette. If I'm not well, I'm going to end up spending £60 through no fault of mine. It's not my fault I'm not well.
Yeah, it's to stop no-shows, but I feel like really popular places like Hutong or, you know, Fortnum's afternoon tea or roast, they would get a walk-in no problem.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't feel that because they are very busy. They're very busy restaurants. So I don't feel that they need to do the charge. Because if somebody doesn't turn up, there's going to be a walk-in off the street. No problem.
Totally. And they could have a rule. If you're 15 minutes late, we give your table to somebody else.
Yeah.
And that's fair enough.
Yeah.
If you're late, you're late. But I do think it's bad that so the restaurant gets 60 quid for doing absolutely nothing.
And they must have cancellations or people not turning up all the time for whatever reason.
Totally. And St. Cot is right. So again, with the Ivy Asia, they said they should have done scones. And I do agree. And do you know what, St. Cot? We were thinking about this and we thought for an extra £10, £20 if they ordered it, they should have just double what we had.
I don't feel that they should have had scones because they're doing their version of afternoon tea.
Or a scone equivalent, I think.
Which I think that's what the donuts were. The donuts were, just like at Kai, the equivalent to the scones were those macarons. Yeah. And you only got one each, which is ridiculous. But at least with Ivy Asia, you got four of those. And those mini donuts were really nice.
Oh, they were amazing.
Really. When Mark was editing it, I was just like, I wonder if I could replicate that at home. I wondered if that was something that I could replicate.
I tell you something, if nobody has ever had coconut sugar, you've got to try coconut sugar. I've never had it before. I don't know how they make it. I'm just assuming they've added desiccated. There's not desiccated coconut with sugar though, is it? I think they must have added the sugar.
I have
bought in there.
I've bought it before, but it went out of date before I could use it. I've had coconut flour and coconut sugar. And I remember somebody telling me about coconut sugar because it's better than normal sugar. And so I remember but it ran out of date before I had time to actually use it. So that was the shame of it. But I'll probably try and get it again. And maybe I would do something like, you know, like pineapple jam in it, like to make it a little bit pina colada-ish or something like that. I like the fact that they have the pumpkin candy on it as well. But I would like to try and replicate it at home. I'd like to see if I could.
But try it. If you guys have never had it, honestly, it is so good. Tia said it's like a rat race in London. Can you pay a lot for small amounts of food and drink and think nothing of it? Well, this is true. It is. And do you know what? Actually, I have noticed that the more videos Kelly and I do, the more expensive it's getting, actually.
And the thing is, you see a lot of, you know, sort of content creators and stuff like that. And they go to these places, but they're getting the stuff for free. And then they're getting it, oh, yeah, thanks for inviting us down and blah, blah, blah. And then, like, really sort of, like, promoting the place. You get down there and you're like, huh? Do you know what I mean? Like, there's been a couple of times when I've gotten down to this place because I've heard other, you know, creators sort of, like, talk about this, that, and the other. I go down there and I'm like, what? You know, and there's been at least 3 instances. I can think of 2, but there was another instance. Oh yeah, 3 instances. Coffee Addict was one, Swiss Butter was another, and Lombard Street was another. And I went, you know, we went to all 3 of these places, and I was just like, what are they talking about?
So Kelly and I will always give you our honest opinion on it, but there's the number of, as absolute as Kelly said, the number of times an influencer said, oh, this place is amazing. Swiss Butter was the other one.
That's what I just said.
Oh, so did you say Swiss Butter? I didn't hear that one.
Swiss Butter, Coffee Addict, and Lombard Street.
And they're saying how amazing these places are. And we're just thinking, no. I mean, Lombard Street, the food was okay, but it was way overpriced.
Your food might have been okay, but I will tell you the fat to pork belly ratio and the rubber crackling, which is a sacrilege. You wouldn't ever serve that to anybody. And then with the one that I can forgive is Swiss Butter, and I'll tell you why. If I was younger, Swiss Butter is the place that I would have raved about.
Yeah, totally.
I would have
agree.
gone, I would have raved about it and think, oh my God, it's good for like, you know, your first little date and stuff like that. So I would say sort of from like, you know, teens into your 20s kind of thing. I would say maybe early to mid 20s. That is the place to go. They do, I didn't try the cocktails, but the cocktails looked amazing. I think before your palate has really developed, because you're still finding your taste palette and stuff like that. Swiss Butter would have been the place to go. I would have said yes. And so Swiss Butter is the only place that I could forgive, really. Coffee Addict is a no, and Lumber. The amount that you're paying at Lumber, no.
It's not worth it. Yeah, it wasn't worth it.
Karina,
How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Karina said, I just got back from afternoon tea at Roast. How was it? Now, be honest with us. Did our review justify it, or did you disagree? Be honest.
Was it your birthday? Is because somebody messaged me, and I don't know if it was you with regards to you were going to do your birthday. I don't know if it was you, but somebody was going to do their birthday, and they were choosing between the Shard, Ting and Roast.
Yeah.
And I couldn't, in all good conscience, say yeah. I mean, Ting, if you want the views and stuff like that. But if you wanted the actual a good afternoon tea, it's Roast all the way.
What was I going to say? Karina said I have also I've only done walk-ins with Dishoom. Now the great thing with Dishoom is when I did book Dishoom, you don't need to leave a deposit, and Dishoom do walk-ins, as Karina says. So that's absolutely right. No, just be wary. In the evening, the walk-ins are, I mean, you can wait up to an hour. So,
I mean, it was packed at breakfast.
Yeah, it was packed.
Really
Dishoom is always busy, but that's a sign of quality because, like I said, everybody wants to eat there. So it is a very good place to eat. But yeah. And what did you think of Dishoom? What was I going to say? Tush said, Karina. I thought Tush said, Richard said, Tana, I got to go. Things to do. Richard, take care. Bye, take
Richard.
Care. Bye, Richard. Hi, Tush. She said, hey, said Tush. Tommy, how you doing?
Hey, Tommy, hope you're well.
Nice to see you. Or should I say Nice? How are you still in Nice? That was my little terrible joke about Nice. Are you still in Nice? Are you back on the med? What's happening? Let us know. Really nice to see you, though. I hope everything's well. Karina said, oh my God, yes, your review was spot on. Oh, I'm so glad.
I am glad.
And
I'm glad.
Oh, and it was for your birthday. Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday. Because I do remember, because I was thinking, I was advising someone, and I couldn't remember if it was you. And when you said you went to Roast, I thought, are you the person that was asking about Ting and Roast? And the other place that I may have recommended at the time was Kai. But Roast, I can't tell you how good the food is there. The quality is really good. Ting is nice, and it has a nice ambiance. I didn't really rate the service, and I didn't really rate the afternoon tea.
What for?
Ting.
Oh, Ting. No, Ting is expensive. So Ting is expensive. If you go to Ting, you are going to play through the nose for it. It is expensive.
Yeah.
But I think Roast is a really good mid-range one. It's £49, which is for Central London is a cheap afternoon tea.
Yeah, and if you want good quality, which I believe Roast is.
Agreed.
And even people now still ask me, like, are we going to go back there? Are we going to go do this? Are we going to go do that? And I'm like, we will, but not anytime soon. There are other places we can go to see and sort of like, experience. But yeah, Roast is definitely up there for sure.
Karina said, the food was so yummy. Tu said, hello to Tommy. Karina said, thank you. No, you are welcome.
You are very welcome.
This really warms my heart because this is why we do the channel. We love it when we recommend something to you guys and you guys actually enjoy it, because that's what we want. Some of the restaurants we go to, and we said, no, don't waste your money. We do it because we don't want you guys to waste your money.
Yeah.
Like I say, Ivy Asia, the food is nice, but you'll get bigger portions elsewhere. So we want to be honest, so you don't get disappointed.
Ivy Asia, the food is nice, but it's overpriced. It is overpriced for what it is. Now, don't get me wrong, the quality is nice and blah, blah, blah. But I had those dumplings and I had nicer dumplings elsewhere. Do you see what I mean? And I love dumplings. I love like little different bits and stuff. And a friend took me to Yeye, and she ordered. I would never have ordered the dumplings. She ordered the dumplings, and we shared them. And I was just like, God, these are amazing. And there was one other place where I had good dumplings as well, and I can't remember where it was. But I'm very much into like Asian food and stuff like that. So I love, Pan Asian, or like a Asian fusion or anything like that. So like, or Korean, or although I'm not so much into Korean, I do really love Thai food. I love Chinese and all of that type of stuff. Korean, I still got to find something. I think Vietnamese food I really like, Japanese. So I really got to try and find something on the Korean side that I really, really like, because I'm sure there's something. But I have to say, if I had to recommend a place, if you wanted to go high end and you really wanted Hutong at the Shard, go now. If you go a la carte, it is so expensive. Go for one of the menus. So they do, and they also do like an express lunch for like £39, I think it is. They also do a brunch which has unlimited starters. It's about £60. So you have unlimited starters, you have a main, and you have a dessert. And if you pay an extra £25, you can have unlimited drinks, unlimited soft drinks, that is. Then if you want the alcohol, you pay a bit more. But I feel like there are, if you can afford it, there are places to go where you can try the food and not pay this extortionate. I mean, to be fair, £60 or £85 is extortionate, but it's not as extortionate as if you were paying a la carte prices or something like that. Again, Oxo Tower is another. All of these places all have signature menus, because you know why? Not everybody can afford to go and have a la carte, so they have to cater to the likes of people who can just about afford, and do a signature menu. So go and try these places. Some of them are really amazing. You just go and try them.
Happy birthday, Karina, said Touche. Tommy said, yes, I'm in the south of France having a few days in Saint-Tropez, as you do. Tommy, out of interest, what would you say is your best place would be to live in France? And I think you said Nice. What if somebody who hasn't been to France before, or has only been to one place like me, Paris, where would you recommend the best place to go for like a day trip or a place to stay with your experience? Because I know you've been quite a few places in France. So it'd be really good to just get your opinion on that. Karina said, I would definitely go back to roast again. Thank you so much. And she says, so thank you so much, Tushi, for the happy birthday message. The sun was out for you today, Karina, said Tushi. Tushi, you're going to milk this with these songs. Tia said, I went to the Ivy Asia for normal food, so the regular menu, and I didn't think it was anything special. And do you know what? I would say, if you look at our video, the restaurant is incredible.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's got lights coming through the floor. It's got all these trees in there and all these Asian decorations. The ceiling's amazing. But I think a lot of that is the kind of the wow factor.
It's very Instagrammable.
Yeah.
It's very, the aesthetic is amazing. It's funny because aesthetic is the new word. It's so aesthetic.
Oh, it's so aesthetic.
And so I feel that you do have people, they're very dressed up and they've come in their finery and they have money to spend and they're going to order all of this stuff. And you do have people like that there. But if you are, an ordinary person and you just want to go and enjoy some food, I would not advise Ivy Asia. Don't get me wrong, the food's nice. I can't deny that. The food is nice. But I feel like there are better places to go. And you can pay. I mean, Ivy Asia is charging you however much they charge on their main menu. And you can go to Hutong and have unlimited starters and, unlimited drinks. And the food is going to be so much better. And then there is, there's a couple of places in Chinatown. I'm going to go and try them, and then I'm going to let you know. But there are so many places around to go and try, and I feel like there are other better places than Ivy Asia.
So inadvertently, we've discovered we're doing a lot more Asian places actually. So sort of like Chinese, Asian, Korean, Japanese. So what we will do, if you guys are interested, we will do some more of these places as well. Because we do want to find. We haven't done dim sum for a while, so we do want to find somewhere.
Yeah, there is a place I can't remember. But I will try and find. We did the place in Battersea as well, which was unlimited.
Oh
food.
yeah, that's true.
And that popped up again on my TikTok the other day. And that might be a place to go back and try.
So we will be out there, guys. Don't you worry about that. There's plenty more to try. Charlie, hello.
Hey, Charlie.
Charlie said Disneyland Paris is Monday coming. Are you looking forward to it, Charlie?
Have an amazing time. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you and your family are going to love it.
What rides are you looking forward to doing most, Charlie? Let us know. What rides your brother looking forward to doing?
Have you been before?
I don't think Charlie had, but let us know if you had. Tia said, I thought a lot of stuff you could get from the supermarket. Yeah, so this is going back to the Ivy Asia. So this is the thing. It kind of, I'm not saying it caters for Western palates, but it's almost like, because it's the Ivy, you've got that thing there. I got to say that, like I said, the restaurant is stunning.
Yeah.
But then the food, I think it could let it down a little bit.
I think if you want to go and try things, you should. You should go to these places and you should try it just for the experience of it all. Obviously, don't break the bank going to these places because it's not worth breaking the bank.
No.
But if you are into experiences, so there are a few people that I work with, and they are into trying experiences. They've seen these things and they want to go and try it and all of that. And I think as long as they are doing a deal and it's affordable, I say go and try it. Why not? Like, this is the time now. We're coming into the food era. Like before, it was all about going to club and drinks. And now it's becoming like a lot more foodie. So now you get to meet a lot more foodies and people who are into that. And that's my thing. I've never really been into drinking. Don't get me wrong. I will have a drink, but it's not like, oh, I like a drink. I'm not that type of person. Oh, I like a drink. No, I'll have a drink. If that, so like if we're at Hollywood Studios and they've got one of the coladas going, yes, please, I'll have one. But I'm not that type of person. Oh, I must have a drink. I don't have that pull. But if you're saying to me, oh, there's this place, I really want to go try the food, and I'm like, yep, I'll be there. The roast pops into mind because what I liked on the afternoon tea with that one, like I've said before, which is like a mixture of high tea and afternoon tea, and the Scotch egg. Now you had a vegetarian version.
That was really good as well.
That was amazing. And then they had the beef croquettes. I think you had a falafel.
Yeah, and that was good.
That was amazing as well. And then I had the pork sub roll. That was really good. And then the open salmon sandwich was really good. I think there was only one thing on there that I wasn't that enamored with, and I can't remember what it was. But they also had a beef sandwich. That was really nice. What was the other thing that they had? They had one more. Oh, the sausage roll. No, there wasn't anything that I didn't like. I liked all of it because I like the sausage roll. So the warm elements were sausage roll, Scotch egg, and the beef croquet, all wonderful. And then the open salmon sandwich, wonderful. The beef sandwich, amazing. And the pork and apple sub roll, amazing. And all the sweets were nice.
Yeah.
All the sweets were nice as well. In fact, I feel like I should go again. Because and we went, and then not a few days after I went with a friend. And then I'm thinking, you know what? I need to go again. Now that I'm talking about it, I think I need to go again.
Where is it? T said, but Houton set menu at the Shard is great. Yeah, because you tried that, haven't you? You said it was really good.
They do several. I've tried 2 of them, I think. And they've got some more set menus at the moment. So there is the express lunch menu, and then there is the brunch menu. And then they'll, they have their signature menu. The signature menu, I think, is probably the most expensive, I think. And then they have a couple of other subsidiary menus. Anything what they put duck with, because they charge a supplement for, is it's so expensive. I'm just like, oh my god. But you know what? Sometimes having crispy aromatic duck.
There you go.
As Evelyn would say, meh.
Charlie's got 643 followers. Well done, Charlie.
Wow.
Liam, how you doing?
Hey, Liam, I hope you're well.
Touche has done a little back. I knew because that was your joke. Touche never change. You're wonderful as you are. Hi, Tia, says Liam. How you been, Liam? Is everything all right? You good? Hey, Liam, says Touche. Liam said, when was the last time you two went to the cinema? Well, that's a good question.
Do you know what? I was thinking about that the other day. Do you know what? The last time we went to the cinema, we were in the States.
Yeah, I think it was when we went to America.
We went to see Ghostbusters because it was raining.
Yeah, so you guys would have, if you watched it on MK Vacays, you would have seen when we went last to the cinema.
That was the last time we went to the cinema.
So November.
Yeah. No, we went in May.
No, November.
No, it was May.
Oh, was it May?
It was May.
Oh, wow.
We didn't go in November.
No, we didn't.
Because I was sick in November as well.
Yeah.
We didn't go in November.
So May is the last time. Almost a year.
Yeah, May is the last time that we went to the cinema. And the only reason why we went to the cinema, because Mark drags me to the park every day.
Yeah, it was raining, and so that's why we...
Yeah.
So, yeah, guys, throw it in there. When is the last time you went to the cinema? I mean, the thing is what... For us, because we spend much of our time, obviously, filming foods and stuff on the weekends, we don't tend to go to the cinema. I've got to be honest. There is one not too far away from us. We just don't.
We've got a few that's not too far away from us.
But we just never get round to doing it. So, guys, let us know. Are you regular cinema goers? Do you go weekly? Do you go even?
I should, because we get like buy one get one frees, and I'm sure we get free. Sure, we get free cinema as well.
We get, because we got Sky. We got Sky. I think we should, but I never ever use it. I know it's bad. We never use it. Hey, Liam, said Tia. Hey, I said Liam. Tommy said, right, so this is Tommy's recommendation. This, if anybody's thinking of going to France, for some sun, I would recommend the south of France. Stay in Nice as it's a bit cheaper, and do day trip to places along the coast.
Ooh.
Monaco, is it Antibes? Cannes, Saint-Tropez, etc. Use Nice as a base. Right,
Thank you,
Tom. I really appreciate that, because
one day.
When Kelly and I always go, we tend to go to Paris, which is obviously the most not boring, but it's not imaginative.
It's the most common.
Yeah. So that's where we tend to go. Somebody has said about Marseille, but they said it's rough. Is that right?
I think it was rough. I don't think it's as rough, but I have heard that. I heard that Marseille is, but I thought it had gotten better.
Oh yes, please go back to Rose, says Karina.
Right.
I second that, Kelly. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Hey, Kirsty, how are you?
Hey, Kirsty, hope you're well.
Oh, no, it's raining in Tenerife. Oh, no. You came away from here, and do you know what? Sod's law, Kirsty, it's been really sunny here. Not warm. So you enjoy that warm.
Do you know what? Maybe it's only for a little bit of time, and maybe it's going to be warm and it's going to heat up, hopefully. Oh, bless you.
How has it been, though? Have you had a really good time in Tenerife? I'm glad you're still there and enjoying it. But I hope you've had a really, really good time.
Oh, bless you.
Hey, Kirsty, said Touche. Hey, Touche. Touche said, happy holidays, Kirsty. Karina said, it's too expensive to go to the cinema and I fall asleep. Do you know I'm exactly the same? I always fall. That's why I tend not to go to cinema, because I've got a really bad habit of nodding off.
I love the cinema, and I used to go. So since I've been with Mark, I don't go that often, but I used to go all the time. I think me and Evelyn have got to start setting dates to go to the cinema, because I used to go all the time, like 2-3 times a week. Yeah, and Evelyn and I used to go all the time. There was one time we did National Cinema Day. We at the cinema, we started at like 9 a.m. and I think we didn't finish till like 10 or something like that. And we watched film after film, because it was like £1 or £1.50 or something. We bought sandwiches and all of that. Yeah, and we were there for the whole day.
What was I going to say? No, do you know what? Actual fact, Karina, I'm the same. I think the two things that put me off the cinema is, one is the price, and two is, I've got to say, is people's behaviour in the cinema. I know people say that and I sound really old, but it's definitely got worse. The the number of people that are on their phones. Of course, the whole cinema goes dark, and you see these little thin pockets of light everywhere. What's great about American cinemas is you get really comfortable seats, so you can recline. But also, you don't get the ones that we've gone to, you can't get a signal in the cinema, which is brilliant, because if anybody wants to take a call or play on their phone, they can't, because there's no signal, and which is what I think British cinemas need to follow.
So I'm just going to take a call.
Yeah, you go on and take a call. You often go take a call. You can tell it's on the line. Where are we? So Tommy said, Marseille can be a bit rough around the edges, but still a nice place. Now, I had heard that before with Marseille, because I had wondered if it was, but I have heard that they cleaned it up a little bit. So they are saying, because you can get the Eurostar from London to Paris, and then obviously you just do an exchange at Paris, then you go straight down to Marseille. But they are thinking about having the Eurostar that goes directly from London to Marseille, but they're in two minds whether or not to do that. But they are going to extend the Eurostar from London to Germany, and then in the future, I forget which year, but then onto the Czech Republic. Apparently, allegedly, that's what they want to do. So if they do that, that will be tremendous. Kirsty said, to be fair, we've had some really good weather, so this one little rainstorm is forgiven. Well, do you know what? I think that's really nice when that happens, when you've got... I know what you mean, because you think, it's my holiday and I don't want rain. But I'm so glad you've had nice weather. And how's the food out there, Kirsty? Have you enjoyed it? I've never been to Tenerife. Whenever we've gone to the Canary Islands, Kelly and I have always gone to Lanzarote. So we know quite a few nice food places in Lanzarote, but I've never been to Tenerife. So if you know some good places, give them a shout out. Lanzarote food is very, very hit and miss. Some places are great. Some places not so great, but you do learn to find the gems. So we've kind of done lots of experimentation and go this place, that place. But you do find the little gems here and there, and then of course you register them in your brain. You know to go there next time. Tusha, people who kick your seat in the cinema, absolutely. And also, I'll tell you the other bit, Tush, that really irritates me are the rustlers. So you're in a thing and I'm always sat next to somebody who can't quite get out the sweet they want. So like continuously like that as well. So that really really bugs a friend of mine, because he just said, "Oh, why are they eating in the cinema?" And I said, "Look, it's only snacks. I get it, but yeah, the rustlers. The main thing that annoys me though, more than that, are the talkers. So people just like having a chat in the cinema. That always irks me. Everything all right?
Yeah. So I ordered pizza for my mum, and that was the delivery guy calling. So I don't think my mum had answered the door, but my mum's not well at all, and she had called me like earlier to order her pizza, but I just didn't have time. I was so busy, and then obviously when I got home, I quickly ordered it for her, and they've only just, and she's like, "Yeah, but I didn't want it now. I wanted it earlier," and I was like, but she's gonna save it for tomorrow.
Where are we? I agree, Mark. It's getting worse, said Liam, with phone screens on the cinema. This is nice seats, though. Would you know what? And you would think, Liam, because they do say that the gaming market has now overtaken the cinema market in terms of the amount of income it generates. So, and a lot of cinemas are struggling. So, you think if you're struggling, what you would want is to have the best environment possible for your customers. There used to be a cinema where I used to work many years ago, and kids used it as a meeting place before they went out. So they would pay to go to the cinema, and they would just chat like we're chatting now at this volume. And and of course the thing is, and the staff did nothing about it. So in the end, people stopped going and it closed.
Yeah,
and
I think the problem with the phones, I guess, is if you need to take an emergency call,
then you need to leave.
Yeah, and then you would get up and you would take the emergency call. But more often than not, and you don't know it's an emergency at the time, do you? Because somebody could be being rushed to hospital and they're letting you know, and you're in the cinema and whatnot. But I do think that there should be some sort of person there to say, like, you know, but then again, you just don't know how rough people could be as well. And so obviously people don't want to.
But having said that, now I noticed, I was going to say, I noticed in central London, so right in Leicester Square, the staff actually sit in with the film. So some guy's going to watch a film 20, 30 times, but they sit in. Now, and it makes sense because the tickets in central London are so expensive. Now, if somebody's gone and spent nearly £20 for a ticket, they want the best possible experience. So I remember years ago, do you remember we went to see Judge Dredd back in 2012? Do you remember?
No.
You remember the film?
I remember the film, yeah.
So you and I went to the cinema to see that.
Are we talking about Judge Dredd with Stallone or with the other guy?
Afterwards, the other guy. So that was in 2012. The Stallone one was in the 90s. Now, I noticed that they had a attendant sitting watching the film as well. But everyone's immaculately behaved because everybody's paid. I think at the time, and we got it on a discount, and that was 15 odd quid. And that was back in 2012.
I will tell you why somebody sits, because I've been an usher, so I know.
Why?
So the reason why is it's not like it was back in the 80s. Now you sit in the cinema to watch the film if you haven't seen it. So if you get to watch films for free, that is the perk of the job. You get to watch films for free. So they come in, they sit in the cinema, but it is to watch the film. That is it. They're not there to tell anybody off.
Well, you say that though, but I think it works because everybody sees this guy, and then everyone was well behaved in the cinema.
Yeah, but more often than not, there isn't someone there because they've already seen the film.
Because I've noticed that as well. I think people are more prone to talk and stuff like that without someone being in there. And I think it's a really good idea. Guys, let us know what you think. I think if you've gone and spent £10+ to watch a film, and then there's someone talking, doing like this as well, that would just put me off. I think I'm not going again.
Yeah, I mean, you are quite right. I think so. I think you should just be quiet. Everyone is there to enjoy the film and all of that type of stuff. I feel that there should be someone there. But I tell you here and now, nobody's going to risk, a fight over telling someone to quiet or whatever. But they do. I tell you where they do it.
Where?
In the opera and at the theatre. So if you go to the opera house or something like that, they will come up to you.
Of course, because somebody's paid £100 plus a ticket.
and they also do that at the theatre. They do not want you to use your phone. They do not want you taking pictures, and they are very strict about that. And there will be an usher that will come and tell you, but you also have to understand, if you've paid £10 to the cinema or you've paid £40 for the theatre, there's two different things. It's like, when you go to a club for free and when you have to pay to go to a club, or it's just one of those, if you know, it's just one of them things. So yeah.
Right. So changing subject slightly, Tommy said, I've only ever used the Eurostar a few times. I drove down this time, so I used the ferry. How do you find that though, Tommy? Do you prefer doing the ferry, or is it just really for cost effectiveness that you use the ferry? Because when we've used the Eurostar, I got to say, I do like the Eurostar. There's a friend of mine actually that was saying he's going to Paris and he hates the bit under the tunnel because psychologically he knows he's under the sea.
Right.
And he's conscious that at any minute the water can start dripping in and drown. I said, well, it's been there since 92, so I think you're going to be fine. But I know what you're saying, but not just a psychological bit of it. I just find that the train is just so much faster because you're going through.
I don't know, because I think it's half an hour on the ferry, on the little catamaran, or was it hovercraft and stuff. It's half an hour, but it's getting down to, where is it, Folkestone or wherever it is, and taking the boat across. It's really quick, and then it's on the other side driving. It depends. Whereas if you get the Eurostar, you're pretty much in the center of Paris without having to drive on, but it is a lot more expensive, and Eurostar can be pretty expensive at times.
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
Hey, Tesco meal deals. How are you?
It's been a minute, Tesco meal deals.
How are you? How have you been? Sorry,
Oh, you're
I was
well.
reading through the comments. We took a while to get to your comment. How have you been? Lovely to see you.
Oh,
What have you been up to? Let us know.
Mm.
Tu said, hey, Tesco. Tu said, yeah, me too, Mark, about the cinema. No, I do agree. I think if you paid that money,
For sure.
you do want a nice, quiet cinema experience.
You want a good cinema? Yeah, exactly.
Where are we? Liam said, "Oh, I got Doritos. Is that your little snack?"
Wow.
Kirsty said, "I was literally going to say that the restaurants here are very hit and miss. Go to where the locals are. That's the key, we think."
Yeah.
Now, so obviously, Kirsty's at where are we? Tenerife at the moment. So we found that very much with Lanzarote, because you said that to me as well. Listen, restaurants around here are very hit and miss. We ended up over several trips in Lanzarote working out which are the best ones. So we went to one after the other, and you go, no, that's rubbish. No, that's rubbish. This one's good. Rubbish, rubbish. This one's good.
The thing is, for me, so I've been going to Lanzarote for many years, and there used to be Lani restaurants, and the Lani restaurants were really good. It was run by two brothers. I don't know if they were causing a madness on the island, but they bought a lot of restaurants. And there were two restaurants in particular that a lot of the restaurants did the same food, but there are two restaurants in particular that are really good. Yeah, definitely. But then they left Lanzarote. They went off, but now they've started up with hotels. So now they've got the Lani Hotel, which you cannot go in and film, by the way, unless you're staying there. And it is astronomical to stay there. But one day it'd be like, oh my God, yeah, to stay there would be lovely because the views that you get is amazing. But I really would like to try their restaurant. I wonder if it's the same as it was back in the day, like the food wise. But there's literally one restaurant on the whole strip that I could thoroughly recommend and you would enjoy it. And then there's a second restaurant that is not on the strip, that is off the strip, but it's run by a British couple and it will be British food. But it's like food that you would get in an expensive restaurant here, but they're doing it at a better price on the island. It's really, the food there is really lovely. So yeah, but they are the two places that I could thoroughly recommend that you would get like really good food and all of that. And I remember someone left a comment and said, "Oh, they only do to the British couple. Oh, they only do British food." And I was just like, "But yeah." And then she was like, "Yeah, is there a problem with that?" Do you know what I mean? It's just like they haven't marketed themselves as selling. You know, they do a twist on the Spanish food and stuff like that. But also when you order filleted fish on Lanzarote, you will never get filleted. There's always bones in it. And they call it a fillet of fish, but they don't understand when a fish has been filleted that there's no bones in it. And so they were going to the fish markets, getting the fish, asking for it to be filleted, and they just didn't understand because that's not a thing there. And so now they fillet the fish themselves. So now you can go to that specific restaurant and not have any bones in your fish.
Touche says, "Oh, you're chowing down on a Greg's caramel custard donut." Oh, Touche, I'm jealous. What's it like? Do you know what? We've never really done a comprehensive review on the sweets at Greg's. We've always done the mains, the savouries. So what's it like? Is it worth it? Karina said, "Touche, do you have enough to share?" Tommy said, "I'd usually fly." Oh, you fly over. But the ferry was more convenient for me. And I know I have a car down here now, so I can get around more. Yeah, so, that makes sense. Though. So if you can fly over and then just pick up your car in France, well, more power to you. What's the flight like, Tommy? It must be really, really short. Is it an hour, half an hour? How long is it?
Yeah, I think it's like half an hour or something.
Tesco, bless you. Tesco Meal Deal said, "It's been a busy time. What can I say? Glad I'm taking a break to calm my mind." Oh. Well, we hope you're okay, and we hope we can entertain you and calm that mind of yours.
Yeah.
But yeah, you look after yourself. Just make sure you have that nice mental break. I think you need it. Touche is gone. Boo, said Karina. Karina said, "Do you have enough to share?" No, boo. So, but you did get a little love back from Touche. Tommy said, "From Manchester or Liverpool, it's about 1 hour to 1 hour and a half."
Oh.
So from London, it's probably about closer to an less than an hour, I'd have thought.
I have a feeling somebody said it was like, yeah, half an hour or an hour or something like that.
I think so.
Yeah.
We did a long time ago, Tommy, and this is a long time ago. We flew, we were flying to Mauritius. This is about 2015. And we flew from...
I think it was about an hour. Yeah, we stopped off in Paris.
Yeah, that was right. So
yeah.
It said direct flight, which is a complete lie because it wasn't. So we took off from London and then flew to Paris. And I could see that the plane sort of goes up in the air, was like that for about 10 minutes and then straight back down again. I was just watching it. You go over the channel so fast because it's a plane. Love and good vibes, Tesco meal deals. Absolutely. Absolutely. A lot. That's from Tushi and from everybody.
Aww.
Love and good vibes. Always love and good vibes. What was I going to say? So, yeah. Interesting enough as well, that short flight. I think you probably spend more time in the airport waiting to check in and everything than you would in the air.
Yeah, I think that's what annoys me about flying. But do you know what? The Eurostar is so hectic.
Yeah, I know.
You get there, and all of a sudden you're queuing. You're going down in the queue. You try to have everything ready in your hands. You've got to show everything, and then put things away. Then put things in the conveyor belt. Then take the things off. Get things back ready in your hands so that you can show whatever. Because there's a British part and there's a French part. You show everything, and then all of a sudden, in 10 minutes, if you're not ready, your Eurostar is going without you. It's wild.
Yeah, I've got to say that's what I don't like. I really don't like. It takes so long to clear customs at the Eurostar. Yeah. They really take their time pushing you through. The number of times Kelly and I have just made the train. There was one time we got on the train. As soon as we sat down, it was pulling out.
Yeah.
We had to run. I said, come on, we've got to run. And we managed to get on there as well. And that's not our fault. It took that long. We got there in really good time.
Yeah, as we always do. But
the queue was huge. And by the time we got through it, I thought there was loads of people behind us, so they wouldn't have got on the Eurostar. They were all due to get on the same one as us.
There was one time I forgot my passport.
Oh, jeez. Oh, I'll never forget that.
And I was just like, oh, my God. And obviously, Mark's faster than I am. So he ran, and there was a train. So he ran to get the train. I had to change our tickets to get the later train, and it was the last train. He ran home, and then I thought, right, he's running home, but he's not going to make the train coming back. So I phoned my mum to make sure she would meet him and drop him somewhere else in order for him to catch the train back to get here on time. And literally, he had about 10 minutes before we had to get back on the Eurostar. But yeah, that was that was wild.
I had to run.
But I had to coordinate everything, and I was just like in my mind because he was going to run home, and then and I thought he's not going to catch that train. And so I was just like rang my mum. My mum. So at the time that he was saying, I rang my mum. She went down, came to here, then grabbed him, took him to another station, which I knew he was going to catch that train. And that was going to bring him straight here. But yeah.
It was a lot of running. It was a lot. I would not recommend it. So I ran to get to the train to get back home. I said, look, you just go and sort the tickets out. I'll go get your passport.
Yeah. And then I rang my mum. And then I was ringing him saying, look, my mum's going to come and meet you.
Yeah. I run to the house. I run upstairs, grab the passport, run down. Your mum would turn up at that point. She dropped me off at the station. I had to run to the station, caught the train. That was all right. But then, of course, as soon as it pulled in, I had to run to the Eurostar. So I arrived at the scene, dripping with sweat, going, "Here's your passport. Here's your passport."
Because the thing is, I forgot my passport, and then he sort of started to have a smoke. I goes, "Oh, have you got it?" He was like, "No," and I was just like, "Oh my God!"
Oh, exactly, the stress. Oh my God, two ships, the stress. I was cussing all the way there and back. So I thought, for God's sake, the one thing you want to check is your passport. Your passport.
Yeah, that's not the first time I forgot my passport. There was one time. So I was with my parents, and we went to pick up my gran, and my gran lived in Vauxhall, and we were going to pick her up, and so we drove all the way from our house, went to it, and then we were on our way, and I was like, oh no, I haven't got my passport. We had to drive all the way back home. Luckily, we're the type of people to leave work early or leave home early and going and do what we need to do. But yeah, if I had not have left early enough, Mark would not have had the time to go back. And
So this
he
is
would have
what-
been going to Paris by himself.
So this is what I always do. Note to self: Kelly forgets her passport. Karina, what I do now, and Touche, what I do now when we're going out is, where's your passport? Yeah, it's in my bag. Show me.
Please, he doesn't do that.
Show me your passport.
I pack my passport all the time.
Show me.
It's
your
only
passport.
been twice that I've actually twice. And imagine
Only.
all of these years that I've been living, it's only twice that I forgot my passport. And luckily we've been able to get it back in time.
Yeah, but as my friend says, whenever anybody stresses at holiday, he used to say to me, Mark, there's only 3 things you need, and that's your passport, your tickets, and your money. That's all you need. Obviously, you should.
Now it's just your passport and your phone these days.
Yeah, you do what I mean. That's all you need. He says, you've got those 3. If you've forgotten anything else, it doesn't matter. Obviously, your insurance you need to have, of course, but those are the 3 things you need on the day. Just your passport, your tickets, and your money. That's all you need. Anything else you can just buy out there, claim, but those are the 3 things you have to have. Kirsty said, we forgot to do our Esters once before a trip to Florida. Oh, really, Kirsty?
Oh, my goodness.
They came through just in time for boarding, gate still open.
Wow.
The lady was walk, don't run to the gate. I was finished. Oh, Kirsty. Do you know what, though? It's funny you should say that. It's very, very funny you should say that. My parents used to do what was called these Titan tours. So it's for older people to go onto these tours, and they go to the States. And my dad would say that the number of times the group of them would meet there, and of course they always ask you at the airport, as you know, they go, right, have you got your passport and your Esther? And he said the number of people on this trip that go, Esther? They go, yeah, you're Esther. What's Esther? Esther's a visa to get into the States. Oh, no. They just thought you could just rock up with a they said, no, you need an S. So they're desperately on the phone there, trying to sort out an emergency Esther. I don't think you could do that now. Passports, I think you got away with it. The current regime, I don't think you'll be able to get away with that.
There was a time when my mum booked. So she was booking a cruise. And this was recently. And I was looking at her passport and I was like, you haven't got 6 months on your passport. Like,
oh God, yeah, with your mum, yeah. Then
she had to go down and get, like, to the place and all of this. Had to make an appointment.
Had you not spotted that, she would have rocked up with that passport. With a month left.
I was just like, huh? You haven't got enough thing on your passport. Yeah, you've got to have more than 4 months. 6 months.
Now, this is sensible by Tommy. He said, I have never once forgot my passport. It is glued to me.
For travel, though, Tommy, yeah, I can imagine. Do you know what I mean? Because you travel so much.
Yeah. I was going to say, for you, especially, because obviously it is a vital part to your job.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to get to where you're going without it. So I can imagine that's the thing. Oh, Touche haven't even got a passport.
Oh my goodness.
Well, do you know what? You're not the only one. Actual fact, there's a lot of people I know that don't have passports.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that I know that don't travel. They're not. They rather just travel around the UK. They're not that bothered about traveling abroad.
Funny you should say that. So when I first moved to London and I was a student, in the summer I was looking to do some part-time jobs, and there was an agency, and they said, it's fine, you can work here. We just need your passport. And I said, but I'm British. I don't have a passport. I've never left the country. And they said, no, you can't work without a passport. But I said, I'm British. The irony.
I remember years ago, you used to be able to get 1-year passports. And it used to just be a piece of paper. And you would take your picture and you'd stick your picture to this piece of paper. And that was your year passport. It was crazy.
Well, actual fact, because mine ran out during the pandemic, but I didn't renew it for 3 years. Because I just sort of said, well, I can't go anywhere.
Yeah,
so
there's
pointless.
no point. Yeah.
But then, of course, when we were going away, I thought, oh, God, I need to. I didn't know that. Karina says some countries require you to have a certain number of pages free in your passport.
Yes, they do. We were discussing this the other day.
Yeah, Tommy said, that's right. Tommy said, yes, Karina, I'm having to get a new one soon due to this.
Yeah.
So, because Tommy's such a traveller, a lot of his... Well, aren't they? A lot of your pages have been stamped. So,
and I didn't even realise that was a thing.
Well, no, that's because we don't travel.
Yeah,
You're not a seasoned pro like Tommy.
Clearly.
Yeah, so because Tommy goes a lot, obviously stamp. So I hadn't. Of course, I mean, I barely fill up a page. So during the 10 years, so I think occasionally you get a few more stamps than that.
Well, now we're Brexit. Does that mean we'll get stamps whenever we go to Europe? Now?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
yes, because we're not part of the EU anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming, Tommy, that's what fills up your book, because we're no longer part of the EU, so you get plenty of stamps. Yeah, it's normally outside the EU you'll get a stamp. Because that was always weird when we thought, why are they stamping? I thought, oh yeah, because we're not in Europe anymore.
It was weird. So when we joined, and when you realise, oh, they're going to stop doing the stamps, I was like, oh, because you wanted the stamps to try and fill up your passport. Now we can get the stamps now to fill up our passport.
Yeah, there you go. Well, guys, there we have it.
I just want to show this first.
Oh yeah, do you want to show this?
How cute is this? This is so cute. It popped up on my TikTok, and I thought, do you know what?
Tic Tac packed on your TikTok. Can I have one? You got loads in there.
Like I said, Mark can't watch me. Can't watch me have nothing.
Look at this. Kenny won't eat these.
I am going to eat them. So this one is a passion fruit one.
How do you know the flavours? Does it say on them?
Because it says on them. This one is a spearmint one. This one is a peppermint one.
What's the difference?
One is spearmint and one's peppermint.
No, what's the difference?
They're different types of mint.
Oh, to me they all taste the same.
And then I've got the orange one.
I can see that. I think the trouble is all the orange ones are down there.
Yeah.
So how much did that cost?
£16.
Okay.
And this one is the orange one. And they're just tiny, and I love them.
Do you know what they remind me of?
You know,
you get those little miniature. You used to collect them. The little miniature kitchen bits.
The minis.
The minis. That's right. It just reminds you of those.
So let me just show you.
Can I have a passion fruit one?
Like I said, Mark can't watch me. He cannot watch me.
There we go. I'll have a passion fruit.
There you go. And these are the cutest things. Perfect. To just pop in your bag. Pop them in your bag.
Where are we? I forgot where we are. Karina said, Tom, I always ask for the most pages available just in case. So you're a bit of a traveller then, Karina. Is that right? Karina said, I got my passport stamped at the train station in Venice just to get a stamp. Oh, bless you.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. Will they do that on request? Do a little stamp. Can I try one? Is this the orange flavour? Oh, there you go. That's quite nice. Tommy said, if you want a Monaco stamp, the town hall do them. Oh, really? So you can just go and request it, and they'll stamp it for you.
Wow.
There you go. Do Kelly shake her head at Tic Tacs? Did Kelly just shake her Tic Tacs at me? Right. Okay, guys, we've noticed it's just gone 8 o'clock, so I think we will leave the live there. But thank you so much for joining us, as we always enjoy talking to you, as we always do. That's it for Mark and Kelly's trips, tips, and things for today. But we will be back Friday, 6:30 UK time, as we always do. Until then, have a wonderful week, guys. Do look after yourselves, especially for those that you are suffering too. I know you got your things there, and also Tesco meal deals as well. You do look after yourself as well, and everybody. What a joy! Happy week, everybody. Yes, and guys, thank you so much. We really do enjoy your conversations and your chats.
We do. And you know what? If you want to catch up with some holidays, and I'm a little bit behind because I've not been sort of in the mood to sort of like edit any videos. Apologies. But I will be editing the last one or two that I have. And that's on MK Vacay. So if you haven't subscribed, please hop over to there, take a look at the videos, see what you like, see if there's anything that you like, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And
go on.
There may be some new videos at some point.
You never know. Remember this Friday, this Sunday as well. If you want to see a human being eat his entire body weight in breakfast, you can see it at Dishoom. I know that's not really selling it very well, but I do eat a lot at Dishoom. But you get to see all the different types of breakfast that we do. We love you too. You guys look after yourself. We enjoy a Tic Tac, and we will say goodbye for now. And don't forget,
melt my cheese.
Have a wonderful week, guys. Do look after yourself, and we will hopefully see you on Friday. Bye for now.
Bye for now.